Deborah was a prophet who was married to Lapdot. In Hebrew, her name means busy bee. Again, the Israelites did evil in the eye of the Lord. Now Ehud was dead, so the Lord sold them into the hand of Jabin, king of Canaan. Sisera was the commander of the army, because he had 900 chariots fitted with iron. And for 20 years he was very bad to the children of Israel. Before Israel had kings to rule over them, God appointed judges and prophets to speak to the people on his behalf. Deborah was an uncommon leader because she was a woman. Every day, Deborah could be found seated under the palm tree of Deborah, determining cases and controversial will judges the people according to the laws. Barak, who was at Deborah's command, suddenly became Israel's general. She sent him, said, "The Lord, the God of Israel, command you, go and take with you 10,000 men of Naphtali and Zabulon. Lead them up to the Mount Tabor. I will lead Sisera, the commander of Jabin's army, with his chariots and his trump to the Kishon River, and give you in your hand." Barak said to her, "If you go with me, I will go. But if you don't go with me, I wouldn't go." She answered for him, "I will go with you, but the cause of your course you are taking, the honor will not be yours, for the Lord will deliver Sisera into the hand of a woman." So Deborah went to the Barak to the Kedesh. There Barak, Samuel's, Zabulon's, and Naphtali, and 10,000 men under his command. Deborah also went up with him. And word was given to Sisera that Barak the son of Abinoam had gone up to the Mount Tabor. So Sisera got together all his people who were with him. Then Deborah said to Barak, "Up, for today the Lord has given Sisera into your hands. Has not the Lord gone out before you?" So Barak went down for the Mount Tabor, and 10,000 men after him. Sisera defeated in the battle all his army before Barak, and Sisera got down from his carriage and went in flat on his foot, and all Sisera's army was put to the sword, not a man got away. But Sisera went in flat on foot to the tent of Jael, the wife of Eber, the Kenite, for there was a peace between Jabin, king of Hazor, and the family of Heber, the Kenite. And Jael went out to Sisera and said to him, "Come, come in, my lord, come in to me without fear." So he went into her tent, and she put a curve over him. Then he said to her, "Give me now a little water, for I have need for a drink." And she, opening a skin of milk, she gave him a drink, and put the cover over him again. And he said to her, "Take your place at the door of the tent, and if anyone come and say to you, 'Is there any man here?' say no." So Jael, Heber's wife, took the tent of pin and a hammer and went up to him quickly, driving the pin into his head into the earth, for he was in a deep sleep from weariness, and so he became to his end. Then Jael went out, and meeting Barak going after Sisera, and said to him, "Come, and I will let you see the man you are searching for." So he came in her tent, and saw, and there was Sisera stretched out dead with the tent pin in his head. After the victory, at the time Deborah and Barak, the son of Abinoam, made this song, saying, because of the falling hair of the fighters in Israel, because the people give themselves freely, give praise to the Lord. Give attention, O King, give ear, O rulers. I will make a song to the Lord. I will make melody on the Lord, the God of Israel. Lord, when you went out from the Seir, moving like an army from the field of Edom, the earth was shaking, and the heavens were troubled, and the cold were dropping water. The mountains were shaking before the Lord, the God of Israel. In the day of Shemigra, the son of Anatha, in the days of Jael, the highways were not used, and travelers went by seed roads. Countries, towns were no more in Israel, were no more until you, Deborah, come up, till you come up as a mother in Israel. They had no one to make armies. There were no more army men in the towns. Were there a body covered or a shepherd to be seen among 14,000 in Israel? Come, you ruler of Israel, you who give yourself freely among the people, give praise to the Lord. Let them give through to it, who go on white as and those who are walking on the road. Give ear to the woman, laughing by the water springs. They They will give again the story of the unright act of the Lord, or the unright act of his army in Israel. Awake, awake, Deborah, awake, awake, give a song, up, Barak, and make praise those who took you prisoner, O son of Abinoam. Then the chiefs went down to the doors, the Lord people went down among the strong ones. Out of Ephraim they came down in the valley. After you, Benjamin, among your tribesmen, from Machir came down the captains, and from the Zabulon those in whose hand in the rule rode. Your chief, Easter were with Deborah, and Naphtali was true to Barak. Into the valley they went rushing out at his feet. In Reuben there were divisions and great searching of heart. Why did you keep quiet among the sheep, hearing nothing but the watcher peeping to the flocks? Gad was living over Jordan, and Dan was waiting in his ship. Asher kept his place by the sea, and living by his inheritance. It was the people of Zabulon who put their life in danger. When to the days the Naphtali on the high place of the field, the kings come on the fight. The kings of Canaan were wearing. In the Tichnus by the welter of Migdon, they took no proof in money. The stars from heaven were fighting. From their highways they were fighting against Sisera. The river Kishon took them voluntarily away, stopping their fight. The river Kishon, give praise, O my soul, to the strength of the Lord. The loudly the feet of the horses were sounding with the stamping of their war horses. A curse on the mirth, said the angel of the Lord, a bitter curse on her townspeople, because they come not to the help of the Lord, to the help of the Lord among the strong ones. Blessing be on Jael, more than one, all women, blessing greater than on any in the tents. His request was for the water. She gave him a milk. She put butter before him on a fair plantage. She puts her hand to the tent pin, and her right hand to the workman hammers, and she gives Sisera a blow, crushing his head, wandering and driving through his brow. Pinned at her feet, he went down. He was stretched out, beaten at her feet. He went down. Where he was beaten down, there he went down in death. Looking out from the window, she gave a cry. The mother of Sisera was crying out through the window. Why is this courage so long in coming? When will the noise of his wheels be sounding? Her wise man gave answer to her. Yes, she made answer again herself. Are they not getting? Are they not printing the goods among them? A young girl or two, or every man, and to Sisera robes of colored needlework, worker in fire, clothes on his side and on that for the neck of the queen. So many distraction come on all your hearts, O Lord, but let your lovers be like the sun, going out in his strength, and for 14 years the Lord had peace.